In this video I'm going to show you how you can make a fence trellis with vine eyes and some garden wire. So if your fence posts are exposed, you can easily put some vine eyes into these fence posts and then thread some wire through them to make a simple trellis for climbing plants. So in my case, the flat side of the fence is on the other side of the neighbor and all the rails and all the posts are exposed. So as you can see, I've threaded some vine eyes into all the posts, 3 posts in total, which go across here to the other end. And as you can see, this particular plant has been on here for about a year or so and it's grown really well. The leaves are now falling off as it's now autumn, but it was growing really nice. So in terms of making this fence trellis, it's pretty simple and pretty inexpensive. So what you will need is some vine eyes. So you can buy these from places like eBay or DIY stores. They're fairly cheap. I think I bought a pack of these for a pack 100 for about £10. So about £10 for 100 of these. You will need some garden wire as well. Again, this is fairly cheap. You can get this from eBay or DIY stores. You can also use some very strong string as well if you want to. To make life easy, you will need a block of wood or either a tape measure, but a block of wood is the best. And you may also need one of these string line spirit levels to get your levels correct. So basically what I've done is I've also used a drill and a drill bit, but you don't have to want to, but it makes life a lot easier. So in my case, I had a nice flat wall to go from the bottom, so I cut this piece of wood to exactly 10 centimeters in length. I've also made a small mark in the middle, which I've guided the drill bit in with. So if you don't have a flat base to go from, what you can do is use one of these spirit levels, which you can attach to the string or the cable. So what you would do is put your first vine eye in the bottom, then you can attach the spirit level to the string, and then you can put your other vine eye in at the other end. And once you get your levels correct, you can then screw the vine eye in. So if you haven't got a flat base to go from, just buy one of these little spirit levels and you should get your levels correct. So in terms of using the block of wood, it's much easier than the tape measure. All I've done is basically slot the block of wood in, flush inside the post, so it's flush all the way down the edge. Then using my drill and my drill bit, I've just basically drilled the hole, and I've gone from the top, from the bottom all the way to the top. So put your block of wood in, drill a hole, and keep going all the way up. So if you don't have a drill bit, what you can do is make a mark with a pencil or a marker pen, and then you can thread the vine eye in yourself. It is a little tough to kind of screw these in by yourself, so if you do have a drill, I recommend you do use a drill. But if not, you can get them into the wood fairly easy, but it is a little bit tough on the fingers. So go all the way from the bottom, drill a hole, drill a hole, drill a hole with a block of wood, simple as that, and then thread your vine eyes in. So in terms of threading the cable through, I wouldn't go for anything too thick, as it kind of is difficult to kind of bend and thread through, and I wouldn't thread it from the bottom all the way to the top. So thread it through maybe 2 or 3 vine eyes, then cut it and then wrap it around. So in terms of tying it on, I've simply threaded it through 2 or 3 times and then wrapped it around, and that seems to hold it in place. So this has been here at least a year, if not 18 months, and it's held up really well. And again, just go maybe 2 or 3 vine eyes, cut the cable, wrap it around, and you can also twist the vine eyes clockwise, and you can get some tension on the cable if it's a little bit too slack. So if the cable did snap and you've only threaded it through maybe 2 or 3 vine eyes, you can easily replace it and the whole plant won't fall off. So again, just remember, a block of wood is the easiest thing to use. Put it in flush to the fence post, drill a hole or make a mark and screw in the vine eye. So that's it really. It's pretty simple. It probably takes around maybe an hour to complete, an hour and a half. And in terms of cost, like I said, the vine eyes probably about £10 for a pack of 100. Again, these are 1.5 inches in length, so if you want the same size, these are 1.5 inches. They do the job. A block of wood, again, if you don't have any wood, it's not too expensive to buy. And garden wire or string, again, this might cost you anywhere from kind of £5 to £10, depending on how much you need. So it's fairly inexpensive and fairly simple to make. So that's it. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching.